Is crypto dead? Only to those looking short term, but to those looking long term and to the big money, the big institutional investors, it is not dead. It's a gold mine and the floodgates have not yet opened. Let's talk about it. Hey everybody, Tony here. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're holding strong in this new asset class that is cryptocurrencies and digital assets. Got a lot to discuss with you guys, and coaster rides, the price swings that we're seeing, it's probably dead to them because they get discouraged by the ups and downs. But if you're looking long term and what's being built and who's getting into the market, and we know price will eventually follow as the market matures, you will see a very different story. You will see moves being made by smart money, by big institutional investors, Wall Streeters, and so on and so forth, and they are gearing up for the growth of this new asset class. And we are actually right now seeing a pump in the market. Bitcoin currently back over 7,000. And these are the swings we talk about, right, guys? It's a roller coaster ride. Very young market, a lot of volatility. So you have to understand these things and pay more attention to what's being built, because eventually, like I said, the price will follow suit. Now, as a friendly reminder, here's what I hold in my portfolio. My top three are XRP, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. Those are my top three that I continue to buy the dips. This is not financial or investment advice, of course, and I diversify across the board. I believe in diversifying because it reduces my risk, because we don't know the future. We don't know what could happen to any specific digital asset, but we look at, currently as to what facts do we have and what's the potential outcome of that cryptocurrency or digital asset. Now, we are very early, as we've been talking about. I've stated many times on this channel, we are maybe 1995, 96, 97, if you were to make the analogy of the internet days, right? Very early, where your Googles and Amazons are now being built and your eBays are being built and haven't reached full maturation. And we know later on what their stock prices went up to. So you got to keep that mindset of market cycles and understanding timelines. And how early are we? Let me show you.
But I think about this, and what about this internet thing? Do you know anything about that?
Sure.
What the hell is that exactly?
Well, it's become a place where people are publishing information.
Right.
So everybody can have their own homepage. Companies are there, the latest information. It's wild what's going on. You can send electronic mail to people. It is the big new thing.
Yeah, but it's easy to criticize something you don't fully understand, which is my position here.
Go ahead.
But I can remember a couple of months ago, there was like a big breakthrough announcement that on the internet or on some computer deal, they were going to broadcast a baseball game. You could listen to a baseball game on your computer. And I just thought to myself, does radio ring a bell?
Guys, that's how early we are, where people still don't understand what's happening. They're making jokes about it. They're ignorant about it. The education hasn't been spread yet, but you have early adopters. People are building around it, just like Bill Gates, right? And he's talking about, the internet, this is what it's going to do. And there's still skeptics, still people like, crypto, what? Oh, that's fake money. A blockchain? What is that? I don't know, whatever. I'm going to move on with my daily life. That's how early we are. So count yourself lucky that we are so early. Now, I'm a big believer in looking at facts. I don't believe in fluff. I don't believe in just making up stuff and predictions of this and that. But what is being built? What is the big money doing, and what are the governments doing? And we see banks, stock exchange, major financial institutions on Wall Street getting involved, and governments are rolling out the regulations. First up, guys, and I'm going to recap a lot of the big news from the past month or so. Fidelity is going to expand institutional crypto business to Europe. So, once again, to some people, crypto is dead, dying, but Fidelity is making the investments. They're putting money behind this, and they're expanding globally. And we know Fidelity Digital Assets going to offer institutional crypto exchange services, trading services, and custody. Now, Dutch bank ING, many of you probably recognize this brand, reportedly working on crypto custody tech. Of course, the big money is getting in. We see Bakkt, which is powered by ICE, which is the owner of the New York Stock Exchange, along with Fidelity, along with TD Ameritrade, along with many others, are offering services. So eventually, the banks want to offer custody to all the big investors and folks who want to invest in crypto and digital assets. So this is very clear the direction we're headed to. Swiss startup Amun wins regulatory approval to sell crypto-ETPs to EU retail investors. Once again, more expansion, more investment, more mergers and acquisitions, guys. And this next news is so big. Gemini, which is a crypto exchange owned by the Winklevoss twins, they and State Street, many of you may be familiar with State Street, have partnered to do a pilot where financial institutions will now be able to custody their digital assets with Gemini custody and receive reporting and holdings information for assets via State Street. So this is a pilot program, but State Street is a major financial publication where a lot of traders, investors, and Wall Street read. So we are going mainstream, guys, slowly but surely. And eventually you're going to see crypto pop up on the stock tickers or crypto tickers, right? And we're seeing some of that on like CNBC Fast Money, but it's going to happen more and more. It's going to become the norm, just like stocks are. So this is where you need to think about this bigger, holistically, globally, and the financial markets and how crypto is going to be a part of that, because the railroad here is being built for crypto to be ushered into all of these respective existing infrastructures. Now, ErisX, which is a competitor to Bakkt, which is ErisX is essentially powered by TD Ameritrade and their biggest backer there. They are going to take on Bakkt with the physically settled US Bitcoin futures. Competition is heating up, and these are really important signs, guys. Don't miss how big this is, because when you see these guys are chomping at the bit, trying to outdo each other, why are they doing that? Why are they making the investments? Why are they hiring? Why are they spending the millions of dollars and looking to get all these certificates and regulatory clarity and whatever it may be, right? Why are they doing this? Is it because they want to see Bitcoin and all these cryptos at bare minimum prices of what they are now? No, guys, they saw what happened in the last bull run. They see the disruptive technology of blockchain, and money's going to change once again, and they want to get ahead of it, guys. And we have talked about it on this channel. We are headed to the token economy. A lot of things are going to be tokenized. Real estate, all kinds of things, right? All kinds of assets are going to be tokenized, and crypto and digital assets are going to be a big part of that. So you're going to have a wide variety of tokens on stock exchanges offered via banks, right? That you can invest in and buy and things like that. So really, the future is very bright. But once again, you got to have perspective and understand how early we are. I hate when the block does this. So again, why are they making the investments? Crypto exchange Kraken acquires Circle's once mighty OTC desk, so over-the-counter desk trading. Why would Kraken do that if the market's so down? Because they're not thinking about it now. They're making the investments so they can make money later on when this thing starts to ramp up and go mainstream. Now, we just talked about a ton of big money here. Fidelity, ING, Amun, Gemini and State Street, ErisX and Bakkt, obviously Kraken and Circle, which Circle is Goldman Sachs backed, by the way. Now let's talk about what the government's doing. SEC taking measured approach to digital asset regulation, Jay Clayton tells Senate committee. They are working on it. Slower than we would like. It's annoying how slow the U.S. is moving, but they are still moving in the right direction. As we've talked about on this channel, they're not killing it. They're going to regulate it. The big boys are involved now. Banks, stock exchanges, major financial institutions. SEC is right around the corner with getting regulations. Likewise, this is happening globally. Crypto regulation is coming to Europe. Are exchanges ready for the new rules? So, as this thing goes mainstream, they have to put rules into place to protect investors, to make sure money laundering and all these things are not being done with crypto, right? And exchanges have the right guardrails in place. So the dialogue is happening, and a lot of this is around anti-money laundering and so forth. So I'm sharing the facts here because it's important to look at what's happening here, not just the price. guys, I'm invested in this. In my portfolio, I have high expectations. I want to make some good returns here, but I also understand the timeline and where we are at and where we're headed. And when I see these major players getting in, guys, and what's being built, it's just amazing. I'm so glad I'm here early and I got in at the lower prices. Now, one item I did want to highlight here around XRP because I thought it was interesting because it involves a big money transfer company of MoneyGram. Corey Johnson used to work for Ripple. We know that, but he's very bullish on XRP. Obviously, he has XRP in his portfolio. He said, I think MoneyGram is not alone in getting what Ripple powered by XRP can do. They've just got the guts to talk about it more openly. So we're seeing MoneyGram is going around being more of an advocate. And you guys, all the competitors are going to see the advantages here and they're going to start lining up to try to get this because no one wants to get left behind. No one wants to get disrupted, right? No one wants to be the blockbuster of money transfer and financial payments and things like that, where Netflix and so forth just demolished Blockbuster, right? And there's many other examples of that where, guys, a paradigm shift is taking place. Money is changing. The way we transact and trust each other via blockchain obviously that's whole thing's going to change. It's going to disrupt the financial industry. Many things are going to be changed. Just the same way the internet did for many things in the 90s. That's what's going to happen. Now, it's not going to happen overnight. I know we each have our timeline because we want to make money, but you got to understand how early we are. And sometimes it's helpful to step away from the market and just keep an eye on what's being built, right? What is Fidelity doing? What is the other stock exchanges and banks doing? Those are things I keep an eye on, and who's getting patents and who's building what, because the investments they're making now, these guys are not in it to lose money. They're in it to make money. So I hope you get that. I hope you understand and look at this from a larger perspective. So many big and great things happening, and eventually the price will catch up to this building as the maturation happens. So guys, what do you think about this news? We'll love to hear your thoughts and comments. Leave them below. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, thumbs up. If you like this video, please share it. For those who may be on the fence about crypto, not really seeing the facts, not seeing what's happening. They may be caught up in someone told them the price is going to be of Bitcoin, at this time and so forth, price predictions, but it's beyond that, right? The price will eventually catch up to the building and what's happening here. So guys, leave your thoughts and comments below. Share this video. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Twitter. And I will talk to you all later.